The 17th of November 1906 – 5 August 1991, was a Japanese engineer and businessman. In 1948, he established Honda Motor Co., Limited and oversaw its enlargement from a picket shack producing bicycle motors to an international automobile and motorbike manufacturer. Early years. Honda was born in Kōmyō village, Iwata District, Shizuoka, close to Hamamatsu on November 17, 1906. He spent his time of life serving to his father, Gihei Honda, a smith, together with his bicycle repair business. At the time his mother, Mika Honda, was a weaver. Honda wasn't curious about ancient education. His college bimanual grade reports to the youngsters, however, needed that they became sealed with the family seal, to create certain that a parent had seen it. Honda created a stamp to forge his family seal out of a second-user rubber bicycle pedal cowl. The fraud was before long discovered once he began to create solid stamps for different kids. Honda was unaware that the stamp was purported to be mirror image. His cognomen symmetrical once written vertically, therefore it failed to cause a haul, however a number of different children's family names weren't. Citation needed. Even as a shaver, Honda had been excited by the primary automotive that was ever seen in his village. In later life, he would typically say that he may always remember the smell of oil it gave off. 6. Soichiro once borrowed one among his father's bicycles to envision an indication of associate plane created by pilot Art Smith, that cemented his love for machinery and invention. At 15, with non-formal education, Honda left home and headed to Edo to appear for work. He obtained associate place at a garage in 1922. When some hesitation over his employment, he stayed for 6 years, operating as an automotive mechanic before returning home to begin his own machine repair business in 1928 at the age of 22. Honda raced a turbocharged Ford within the first Japan automobile race at Tamagawa Speedway in 1936. He crashed and seriously disabled his left eye. His brother was conjointly disabled. After that, he quit sport development of Honda Motor Co., Limited. In 1937, Honda supported Seiki to provide piston rings for Toyota. Throughout Warfare II, a North American country B-29 bomber attack destroyed Takai Seiki's Yamashita plant in 1944 and therefore the Iwata plant folded within the 1945 Mikawa earthquake. When the war, Honda sold the saved remains of the corporate to Toyota for 450,000 yen and used the issue to found the Honda Technical Analysis Institute in October 1946. 9. 10. In 1948 he started manufacturing an entire motorized bicycle, the Type A, that was driven by the primary factory-made engine designed by Honda, and was sold till 1951. The Kind D in 1949 was a real motorbike with a pressed steel frame designed and made by Honda and with a 2-stroke, 98cc, 6.0 cu in, 3 HP, 2.2 kilowatts, engine, and have become the terribly initial model within the Dream series of motorcycles. The Society of Automotive Engineers of Japan, in Japanese, lists each the Kinder and therefore the Sort D models as 2 of their 240 landmarks of Japanese engineering. After the war, Honda became reacquainted together with his friend, whom he had familiar throughout his days as a provider of piston rings to Nakajima Craft Company. In 1949, Honda employed Fujisawa, WHO oversaw the monetary aspect of the corporate and helped the firm expand. In 1959, Honda Motorcycles opened its initial franchise within the US. As president of the Honda Motor Company, Soichiro Honda turned the corporate into a billion-dollar international that made the popular motorcycles within the world. Honda's engineering and promoting skills resulted in Honda motorcycles outselling Triumph and Harley-Davidson in their various home markets. Honda remained president till his retirement in 1973, wherever he stayed on as director and was appointed Supreme Advisor in 1983. His standing with such individuals magazine placed him on the 25 most intriguing individuals of the year list for 1980, soundtrack him the Japanese Ford. In retirement, Honda busied himself with work connected with the Honda Foundation. Last year's even at his advanced age, Soichiro and his mate Sachi each control personal pilot's licenses. He conjointly enjoyed athletics, golf, sport cars, soaring and flying at 77, and he was an extremely accomplished creative person. He and Takeo Fujisawa created a treaty ne'er to force their own sons to affix the corporate. His son, Hirotoshi Honda, was the founder and former chief executive officer of Mugen Motorsports, a tuner for Honda vehicles. WHO conjointly created original sport vehicles. ASME established the Soichiro Honda Award in recognition of Mr. Honda's actions in 1982. This award acknowledges outstanding achievement or important engineering contributions within the field of private transportation. In 1989, he was inducted into the Automotive Hall of Fame close to Metropolis. Soichiro Honda died on August 5, 1991, days before the Hungarian Grand Prix of liver failure. Ayrton Shrub, winner of the Grand Prix, dedicated the triumph to the late Soichiro Honda. He was posthumously appointed to the senior third rank within the order of precedence and appointed a Grand Cordon of the Order of the Rising Sun.